We got the hits. We got the gist. This is Lagos' #1 lifestyle station, City 1051 FM.
DJ Jimmy Jatt. Welcome to the Superdrivetimeshow.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing really good. So basically the first question I usually ask when I have a guest in the studio is, how was Lagos traffic?
Crazy, man. Crazy. I spent 2.5 hours to get here.
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a lot of time.
Oh, so crazy.
So basically, like, what was the estimate? Like, how long did you plan on spending before getting here?
I mean, we were trying to get here for 6.
Yeah.
So I said, I told my guy we were gonna leave the house at 3.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a time person, so
Yeah.
I pride myself like I keep to time. So I mean, and I've lived all my life in Lagos, so I'm not the type to use traffic as an excuse.
Yeah.
I try to, you know, so if I give you 3 hours from Lekki to this place, I'm sure I'll make that, you know. So, and I'm glad we made it there.
Okay, so best believe DJ Jimmy Jatt made it on time. And speaking about time, I need to ask this question. So far in the industry, you are the best person to really give a brief or a very, very big summary of everything that's been happening in the industry. For 2019, Jimmy Jatt, how's it been?
It's been musically, it's been nice, you know, the kind of vibe, the music. There's been a switch, you know, like a new, like a list of new guys coming up, you know, and then you look at top 5 songs, for instance, and you find like maybe 3 guys that weren't even part of the conversation last year.
Back in the day.
So I'm excited about that, you know. I mean, there were some years back, it would probably be the same guys, you know, every year. You know, every year is the same, maybe new songs, but the same set of artists.
Yeah.
You know, but right now you have a lot of new guys, you know, topping the charts, and I'm excited about that. You have people like Rema, like Fireboy, like Joe Boy, like T Classic. You know, boys doing great things, and I'm excited about that.
I mean, back in the day, you really have to know your onions to get into the game and basically break in and make a lot of people talk about you, basically be in the conversation. But we have people like, they had their first song and biggest song in Nigeria so far.
Exactly, yeah. You know, so I mean, it's a good way of telling that a young talent that, look, don't limit yourself, and don't think you can't do it. You know, don't think you need. There's no godfatherism. You know, I've never believed in that, but people always thought. You know,
some people still do actually.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some people still feel like
you see when people don't put in enough work and they don't get or even when they put in enough, I mean, a lot of work, but they don't get the right results.
Yeah.
They look for where to put the blame. And then they put the blame on, you know, on something else and say, oh, it's because I don't know this, I'm not connected. It's because, I mean, that's not really, it's not true. You know, it's not true. I mean, I'm a DJ. I'll play good music anyway. It doesn't matter if I don't know the person or I know the person. You understand? It hasn't got anything to do with I know you. If the music is great, I'm going to put it in my playlist. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so on a personal note, for DJ Jimmy Jatt, how's 2019 been? Projects and everything?
It's been great. You know, I'm that kind of person that just draw up my own calendar and just engage myself all through, you know. So I'm like, first quarter, what are we doing? Second quarter, what are we doing? Third quarter. So it's been crazy for me, especially this quarter that we're in right now. There's a whole lot of stuff that you know, so 24 hours in, even it's like 24 minutes these days, man. Yeah.
To be honest, I've lost track. Jimmy's jump off. It's like it's been going on forever. Like, you want to talk us through the inception of Jimmy's jump off and how it's grown so far?
Okay, so it started, you know, the old Jimmy's jump off, whatever, started in 2007.
Okay.
I started a TV show called
12 years now.
Yeah, I started a TV show called Jimmy's Jump Off. It was the first ever video mix show on Nigerian TV.
Okay.
You know, we started in 2007 or late 2006. Then in 2008, you know, I thought maybe we should, because then we were getting some report like people not believing that I was actually mixing videos on TV.
Yeah.
You know, so I thought, okay, maybe I should just do like a live show where I'll do the live video mixes. You know, so that was the first Jimmy's Jump Off concert. Otherwise, it was a TV show up until that time. So, but from then on, we started doing the annual event where, you know, we have a big concert, and it's been getting bigger and bigger since then.
Okay, so and it's happening this year?
It's happening this year,
September?
30th September, Bamura Convention Center, Palace. It's going to be great, you know. I mean, it's for us, it's become clockwork.
Yeah.
You know, so every year we just like, you know, let's do it again and try and beat the last one, you know. So yeah, I mean, this year we have about 17, I think 17, 18 DJs lined up already.
That's crazy.
You know,
That's a lot.
You know, we have about 10 hype men. We have about 30 artists performing. You know.
I saw your Instagram is full.
and that's because we cut down the number, because last day I think we had about 25 DJs.
Really? Why did you cut down the number?
You know, just so we give everyone a good enough time to, you know, have a great time, you know. So there's one time we did about 70 artists for one night, you know. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so the last few days have told me something. DJ Jimmy Jatt and young DJs, blooding in young DJs as well. We've seen a lot of things happening with the DJ search as well. So you want to talk to us through that?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's next on deck. That's the most exciting thing that I'm doing right now that I'm excited about. It's a campus mentorship and discovery event that I developed, and I've had it on my table for a while, but I needed to get off the ground. Yeah. And I think this year has just been the great year to get it off the ground. So we've done Unilag. We're going to 10 universities across Nigeria, you know. So we'll pick winners in all 10 and just empower them in our own little way, you know. So, and then the first one we had at Unilag was great. It was really nice, you know. The DJ Soul won that.
Yeah, I saw the Instagram and everything.
I'm really excited about it. I'll be honest with you. There are certain things you do that just gives you joy and satisfaction. Yeah. And that's done a lot for me. And the ginger that I'm getting from that, right? Yeah. I can't even wait for the jump off to be over. So we roll from October to November. We're going to 9 other universities.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely great. So I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, DJ 67, and he was like, okay, the spirit about, you know, being a DJ right now has never been higher. Basically, with you know, DJ Jimmy Jatt getting involved when it comes to blooding young DJs and everything. Yeah. So I really don't need to ask this question, because I've seen a lot of DJs complain, especially young guys, over the last 2 years, that it's not easy. The industry is so tight, it's so competitive. Yeah. Do you think there's been a mental shift as compared to DJs back in the day and the young DJs we have now?
Not really. I would say it's just the volume of DJs. You know, first of all, I think technology has helped, but it's also made DJing more accessible to people. So you have the number of people come. I mean, like tomorrow when you wake up, I can assure you 10 of your friends will be, you know, new DJs. You know, so that's how
I have a couple.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, so the number of people coming into the profession, you know, some, I mean, quite a number of them not having what it takes, but a few of them, you know, definitely having what it takes. So that also causes that, you know, large volume of people that you're dealing with in terms of how does this guy get off there, you know. So you know, but I mean, when we got into it, there was still some level of not control, but you don't just wake up and say I want to be a DJ. Because first of all, you have to buy all the songs you're playing, which means you have to have a large collection of records. Yeah. You know, and then when you move to CDs, it's the same thing. You still have to have a large collection of CDs. But right now, I mean, you know, you could just get your friend's hard drive and get all the music, and then, you know, so you have to have that little extra. And then that extra is not just the skills you must acquire, but you must also push yourself. You must also move around. You must also let people see what you can do and what you can offer, you know. And, you know,
and based on what you said, we have a lot of people that always feel like, okay, you know what, if this doesn't work out, I can pursue my DJ career like full time and everything. Not really understanding the technicalities of the music and basically controlling the crowd and everything.
Exactly. So, and it's not a side hustle.
Yeah, it's not a side hustle. A lot of people feel it is. Yeah. Well, I really need to ask this question for a young DJ. Is passion enough?
Yeah. Passion is, you know, great, but it's not enough. You know, also grinding is key. But if you're passionate about something, you would give it all you got. You know, so passion in that regard could be enough, because that's so much that can drive you. Like, oh, I feel like I've gotten this far because I'm passionate about it. At the time when I got into it, there wasn't anything in terms of financial satisfaction. So it was passion driven. You understand what I'm saying? But it gets to a point where you also realize that this passion that you have must take care of you, and as such, your grind, your hustle, you know, needs to. So I mean, the passion can lead to all that. You know,
okay. So, City 1051. I've got the legend himself in the building, DJ Jimmy Jatt. You can call in and send in your questions as well via Twitter at City 1051. Quick music break. We'll be right back. DJ Jimmy Jatt, Westgate, O'Shea. Enjoy.
City 1051 FM.
City 1051, DJ Jimmy Jatt right there featuring Peruzzi with Jogodo. So I got a message from somebody, okay? She's been curious to ask, how did you come up with the cool DJ Jimmy Jatt, and how long have you been saying it?
I've been saying it for a long time. You know, what happened was, there was one time, most promo, like events that I'm doing, when people want to cut the promo, they always add some title before my name, and I wasn't really, I'm not that kind of person like, oh, King DJ, number one, I'm like, man, guy, Jimmy Jatt now, you know, so I just thought I'm just going to make it difficult for people to do that. So once you have cool DJ Jimmy Jatt, which is a statement or a sentence in itself, to add anything to it becomes difficult, you know, so I just thought, okay, you know, let me stamp that, and you know, so, and I think it worked.
Okay, so this person says, Boss Jimmy Jatt, you've been doing this for over 20 years, and I feel like I'm in the right place to ask you, what has been the hardest part of being in the industry so far for you?
Wow, the hardest part of being in the industry for me would be just being a Nigerian in Nigeria. You know, that's in itself is hard. You know, so I mean, you have to put in 10 times the effort people put in somewhere else. You know, so pretty much, I mean, and like I said, I'm driven by passion for what I do. So most times I don't see the obstacles. You understand what I'm saying? I just love what I do. So, but that's not to say the obstacles are not there. I mean, government sometimes try to frustrate you. So, I mean, for instance, February, I had loads of bookings in February that I couldn't fulfill, and I had to refund them because the elections were going back and forth. So power problem, and that affects every Nigerian. So, you know, but being in the industry, I'm blessed and lucky to, you know, be friend, be cool with almost everyone. Not everyone, but almost everyone. So that helps.
Okay, so you talked about being Nigerian and being Nigerian in somewhere else as well. I saw your post on Instagram about the whole xenophobia issue like a few weeks back and everything. You want to give us a 2 cents on that one, because you put up a picture and it seemed like there were loads of words behind that picture as well. And you didn't say much.
Exactly. For me, I mean, it was a sad incident. I feel like it's ignorance on the part of the people involved, ignorance on, you know, and senselessness on a lot of people's part. Senselessness on the part of the people that even came up with that whole, you know, killing and disturbing people. Senselessness on the part of the government of that country in terms of not addressing it immediately and doing the right thing. Senselessness on the part of our own government not getting up and say, look, you can't kill our people, and we've been looking for so long, you know, because it took a while before we didn't even add anything from our people. You know, it just felt like nobody cared, you know. So senselessness from even the Nigerians that then got up and started destroying things there and killing Nigerians and robbing Nigerians in Nigeria, you know. So for me, I mean, I just felt like, you know, people need to always sit down and assess things properly and know the best things to do. I mean, some people say they're taking their jobs. You're not even qualified for that job. So if that guy wasn't even there, you still won't get that job. And you understand what I'm saying? You know, so I mean, it's a whole lot of stupidity and senselessness.
You know, especially on social media, it's very easy for people to say, I mean, why can't they just come home? Why can't they just come home? Why are they all over there and everything?
Let me sound a bit a bit controversial this time. I also feel like Nigerians are quick to run. You know, I mean, I've had friends that, man, we sit down, you're here trying to see, how, you know, we're going to be here and we're going to do what we have to do and we're going to see how this country is going to get better. And then some other person is just like, man, if I just get visa and I don't charge down our country self, I don't tire. And then they start referring to a country that is ours as your country. Do you understand what I'm saying? And people think that's the best way out of, you know,
like when you leave,
like you just, I mean, people do praise and worship when they get visas, even to some of it. You understand what I'm saying? So I also feel like sometimes when these things happen, we should look at, aside the bad side of it, we should also look and say, what message are we getting? Why don't we, maybe, I mean, if you're going out to get education, if you're going out to develop yourself, we will understand that. But when you get that, maybe you should be part of the process to develop and contribute to the improvement of this place as well. You know, and when people blame people, everybody's just blaming, citizen blame government, government blames the citizen, but we all know that we're all guilty. When government do the right thing, people destroy. And then a lot of times government don't even care about doing the right thing anyway. So, so it's a whole lot of problem. But I think if we all just realize that this is our country and we all have a role to play, maybe things might
just maybe.
Just maybe. Although sometimes because really sometimes you also sit down and you look and say situation is hopeless, man. But I don't think it's hopeless. I just think it just gets to a point where everybody needs to realize that look, the world is moving. Countries are developing. We should be part of that. We should be catching up. We're Jatt of Africa. That shouldn't be a cause. But sometimes we're busy using that against ourselves. People are, tribalism.
Is that to speak?
Corruption. And if we can fight these things, and we can fight it. We all realize how powerful we are as individuals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Junior was right there from DJ Jimmy Jatt. You could let us know your questions as well at City 1051. So you put out mega huge songs over the past few years and everything. Styly, that was an anthem back in the day. I think it was 2005, yeah.
2007.
2007.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So that was a mega huge.
Actually, 2006 though.
Okay.
But it became more
prominent
in 2007.
Okay,
yeah.
and you've still put out a couple of tunes. Recent one, the one we just played, Jogodo featuring Peruzzi.
Yeah.
You also have Halima with Mr. Easy as well.
Easy and Skills as well.
Yeah. Is there any point that Jimmy Jatt is going to be like, you know what, I'm done with music. I don't want to put out records anymore?
First of all, that's not my primary assignment. So I'm not under pressure to put out records. I only do it when, so like Jogodo is the first single I'm putting out this year.
Yeah, this year.
So, but it always gets to that point. I do have a studio, I have music people surrounding me, I have relationship with a lot of artists. We just get to a point where the conversation leads to, guy, we're supposed to do something. And once it gets there, there are a lot of songs recorded that never made it out. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you feel like, oh, this is not bad, man, maybe we should throw this one and let people share in the joy of it, and you put it out. Yeah.
Okay. So
my primary assignment is being a DJ. So I'm more focused about getting gigs and doing tours and concerts and all that. Yeah.
So did Jimmy's jump off since you started it till now, 2017, 12 years ago till now? Has it achieved some type of goal you set back in the day?
It's still not where I thought it would be by this time.
How so? It's pretty big.
But I thought it was going to become like a festival, because what the idea was okay. So at the time there were a lot of events that were headlined by artists and all that, and then there were a lot of comedy events which were headlined by comedians. But there were no DJ. There were no events that the DJs were the headliners. So that's what the jump off actually set out to be. So if you notice all our promo and all our, communication in terms of adverts, the DJs are always the headliners. Now that's where we have a problem, because the corporate world don't buy too much into events because the headliners are DJs. So sometimes when we're presenting proposals and trying to shop it around, people tell you, oh, why don't you put X artists, why don't you put X artists? And these artists have all performed at the jump off. We do have them performing, but they're not the headliner for the event. The headliners are DJs, and I feel like I owe it to my own profession as well to, for us to have that kind of thing. To
put it out there.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So the challenge mostly with jump off, and in terms of it not being where I guess it should be by now. I would have thought that by now we'll be doing the biggest venue for jump off, but we still don't have the kind of weight in terms of financial support to do that. So that's why I'm saying it's big, but it could be bigger.
Okay.
If you consider DJ events or DJ festivals across the world, how big they are. These are stadium-sized events.
Okay, so you talked about financial support and everything, and we know how it is in the industry where a lot of DJs try to get what they deserve in terms of being paid and everything.
Yeah. What
is your wake-up call? This is the final question. What is your wake-up call to every young DJ that concerns financial stability?
Know your worth. A lot of DJs don't know their worth, to be honest with you. A lot of DJs, I see a lot of DJs still play gigs because somebody is saying it's an opportunity for you to. Once you become a professional, you know, you should attract professional fee. You understand? Don't let one auntie, an event planner auntie, tell you when you play this wedding.
Yeah.
First of all, you go chop some jollof.
And your name is out there.
Then you know, when we finish, I'll see what thing I go do for you. No, don't allow that, man. You understand? You're killing yourself, because the next time they just gonna come with the same story. And apart from that, it is then killing the business for professionals, because they know they can call this boy who will do it for a plate of jollof rice. Yeah. You know. So, you know, but for real though, you know, I think within the entertainment space, in terms of value and recognition and regard, and I'm not saying myself, I'm not one of those, but the weakest link for now are DJs. I mean, the artists are well paid a lot of times.
Yeah.
The MCs are well paid in terms of comedians and
producers
MCs.
are catching up.
You know, dancers are well paid in most cases. But the DJs are like, man, we'll see I beg, just help us out, you know. Venue, people, I mean, when you want to have a wedding, people pay what the venue is worth, but they're not ready to pay for the guy that's going to bring the group. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? You know, so, not me, like I said, though, but, I mean, I'm part of that whole, you know, I'm a DJ as well, so I understand that. And I heard these stories from every other DJ. They come to me and say,
it's a cry, like a serious cry.
You know, even in terms of some clubs pay their bouncers more than they pay the DJ. Yeah. You know, some pay their barmen more than they pay the DJs. Some radio stations, most of them, let me cast two people.
We're not one of them, though.
I don't know about CFM, but they'll tell the DJ it's an opportunity for you to blow now. At least if the people they hear you for there. But I mean, they pay Kaycee loads of money. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, I think people just need to understand that it's a profession, and you need to treat professionals right.
Okay, so lastly, DJ, the jump off. A lot of people need to know additional information. 30th of September, Balmoral.
Tickets selling online right now at 40% discount. You could go to nairabox.com, areaticket.com, easyticketonline.com, and you get it at 40% discount at this time. But if you come to the gate with the cash, then you're going to have to pay the full amount. Or if you wait till late hours, which of course will start from next week, so you still have a few more days, you know, to pick the advanced ticket, which sells for 40%, 50% discount.
Okay, City 1051. You heard it from DJ Jimmy Jatt himself, the legend in the studio. It's been absolutely fun having you. Yeah.
Pleasure is always mine.
Okay, so this song is gonna play DJ Jimmy Jatt featuring Mr. Easy Skills. It's called Halima after Sports City Flash, which comes up right now. Stick around.
We got the hits. We got the gist. This is Lagos' #1 lifestyle station, City 1051 FM.